Welcome to another video. I'm switching back to the phone for this vlog here today because I don't want to bring a camera around campus. I actually want to film stuff for you guys to see. So it's 8 in the morning right now. My very first class ever of law school is at 12 in the afternoon. It's LCOM, which stands for Legal Communication and Research. It lasts until 3 p.m., which is a very long time, but I'm going to campus right now to go to the library because I want to get started on reading this book, which is a civil action for my civil procedure class. We have to read this whole 500-page book before the first class next week, and there's a lot of other stuff that I have to do, but this I haven't been prioritizing at all because I've been really focusing on taking notes about other assignments and things like that. So I just want to knock this out, like knock out a quarter of this today at the library, and I have 4 hours to focus on reading for it. One last thing is I also have to go to the library to pick up some copies for another class, which is Elements, and he has a bunch of copies there in the library for us to pick up, and I have a binder where I put all my stuff for that class. So I also want to go ahead and use the hole puncher and put it in the binder and just have all of that ready for this weekend because I'm going to start doing stuff for that. By the way, if you're wondering what I'm wearing, I decided to wear a turtleneck with some jeans, and the jeans have no holes, and then some sandals. Most people try to come dressed up a little bit more during the first day of classes, first week. I don't think that this is really dressed up. I think this is like really conservative, which is kind of the thing I was going for. But at the end of the day, it's just clothes, and I don't know. I don't want to be stressing out about that. Enough talking. I'm going to go ahead and drive to campus, and I will see you guys there.
This really nice lady gave me some free copies of like the things that we need for class, and she was like, I always keep some copies here, so if you ever need free ones, like come here, don't print them out because those run out really fast because we get like a couple free credits. Anyways, I'm gonna start reading, like I said.
So I'm currently in a bathroom near the place where I'm studying, but I just wanted to take a quick little break. I have an hour and 30 minutes until my first class, but I brought a little bar for a snack and water, so I'll probably have that after the first class because I think the second one is like a separate research session with some librarians. I'm not really sure. This is the same day, just later in the afternoon, but I officially had my first entire class of law school, and I'm gonna explain to you guys how it went. As you guys know, I went to the library for a couple of hours before class began. Class started at 12:15. So I sat in the library, read a couple of, pages of the chapter book that I have to finish by Tuesday. So I got 30 pages done. I believe there's 500 total, so not close to it, but I want to read 150 pages every night so that I can get it out of the way. I also reread a case that the teacher that was teaching the LCOM class today told us to pay really close attention to, so I wanted to have that down just in case she cold called us or something. She turned out being super nice. She just seems like she's a super knowledgeable person, and I'm not scared to ask questions or anything in that class because she's not intimidating at all, and she doesn't want to be. So I scheduled a one-on-one meeting with her for next week on Monday because she said that she wants to meet with all of us personally, and in the class there's only around 20 of us because it's split into like not only sections but then subsections, so there's around 20 kids in every class. And what else? After that, we had a research session that lasted until 3, so they taught us how to research, what platforms we have available to us as students of that law school. And then after that all went down, I went outside because I was going to head to the parking lot. But it was pouring rain, like to the point where some of my papers got ruined because it was raining, and it was terrible. So I went to the library. I tried to wait out the rain there, but it was just never ending. So I decided to go to the parking garage. Now I'm home, and I have a lot of work to do. If you're wondering what we actually talked about in the class, basically the whole entire class is based on one memorandum that we have to write, and that's going to be our final exam. And the whole class is based on defamation. So there's 2 types of defamation that we learned about. There's libel and slander. Libel's written, slander is spoken. She was just going over specifically this one case titled Hay versus Independent Newspapers, and it's only 2 pages long if any of you guys were actually interested in seeing what it was about and what we're learning about. So it's really cool because we also have 4 other cases, and we're going to use all of those to basically write an office memorandum to a fake senior attorney. And the senior attorney had essentially asked us, the junior attorney, to evaluate whether or not this one fake person had an actual case. I'm always seeing people on YouTube like, oh, this so-and-so sued me for defamation, so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. So I think it's super interesting, especially because it's about freedom of speech. I'm also going to give you guys a taste of how much work I actually have to do. Let me go ahead and just read off, starting on civil procedure. So for civil procedure, I have to read incentives to litigate, damages, remedies, assign reading, pages 1 through 5, pages 289 to 307. Then I have to read a civil action documents, pages 147 to 150, and then some Roman numerals that I can't really read. I have to read an entire book, which is the one I was telling you that's 500 pages. It's called Civil Action. Then for elements, I have to read... Okay, I'm getting confused just reading my to-do list, but basically there's a lot to read. I'll show you. Yeah, so you can probably tell from that basically there's a lot to read. And I think for today, I'm probably going to focus on reading 130 pages of the fiction book. I don't know if it's fiction, actually. I don't know if it's nonfiction or fiction. I believe it's fiction, but I could be wrong. So I want to finish reading the 150 pages of that so I can be on track to finish by Tuesday. And then I also want to get started on some assignments for my elements class because that one is in digital and I got some handouts from the library. So I want to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that I actually have that already and just go ahead and do it. I highly recommend, if you just want something quick to cook or meal prep, pasta with chicken or turkey, because it fills you up so much, or at least it fills me up so much. All I ate was like this little small glass Tupperware of that, and I'm super full. Quick note for anyone who is out there and is a student or is gonna become a student anytime soon, and you have an iPad or you're thinking of investing in an iPad, I 100% recommend using GoodNotes. This is not sponsored in any way. No. I am just that much of a stan of GoodNotes. Let me show you guys how I organize all of my things there. Also, I'm sorry if I seem kind of sluggish. I just feel like my brain is mush and I'm just trying to think in one straight line, but I'm just thinking about everything else at the moment. But yeah, let me just show you the organization if anyone's curious. If not, then I hope you have a very good day. But if you are, then stay. So it's pretty straightforward. I only have one folder made so far, but I'm gonna make some other ones soon. This is my LCOM class. As you can see, I have every single PDF in here, and I have, for example, this, which I did the other day. So it's just a bunch of my cases. I highlighted them, briefed them, things like that. So if you guys are looking for somewhere to do your notes, highly recommend GoodNotes. Again, that's not sponsored. I just know that when I was starting out a class or something like that, I really wanted to know what was the best, because I know that the competitors are GoodNotes, Notability, OneNote. There's a lot of them, honestly. There's Notion as well, and I personally have found GoodNotes to be best. I will possibly, probably, most likely, probably continue filming like days of my life as a law student and just like updating you guys with all of the obstacles in my life. But thanks so much for sticking around and being so positive all the time. Have an amazing, blessed, perfect day.